Good afternoon and welcome to the Chartreuse Leprechaun. My name is Mark, your host, and it's time for another personal video where we update you about the channel, the goings-on, whatnot. Hopefully you saw last week's Plague Evolved episode. Several episodes before that one, I committed to moving on to another game once I lost on camera again, and, well, it happened. As I've said before, I try to play each of those scenarios several times and keeping track of how I won so that I can then record it and show you how to win. And then I recorded a playthrough. Regardless of the outcome, that's what went on the channel. And I finally lost another one, which means, well, yeah, we may return to Plague Evolved at some point. It is a fun game. There's still a lot of scenarios left to play. But for now, we're moving on. Speaking of moving on, I am continuing to learn and evolve as a YouTuber. Yay! For starters, I've updated the programs I'm using. Lightworks is no more. Audacity is no more. The going back and forth between those two programs was, well, it was basically a slow train wreck. That whole two-program thing was about as clunky as the two-party politics system in America. As far as that goes, I got two pieces of good news. The first piece is I'm really starting to get the hang of using OBS to record all my games and personal videos, and that's thanks to that GTX 1660 graphics card I got last August. That let me, for starters, that let me stop using that awful Xbox capture program built into Windows. For that, OBS was such a game changer. There's still some audio corrections that need to be done because I've got a low-grade microphone. It's $40, I think, kind of an off-brand, but it works, and with audio correction, it really does well. And there's some video edits as well from time to time, and that leads me to the second piece of good news. I'm getting comfortable with using DaVinci Resolve for audio and video. It does all the stuff Lightworks and Audacity did, it just does it in one program. I find it hard to believe I actually passed up on this program when I first got started. It just seemed complicated and intimidating. Well, it kind of is if you don't understand audio and video. For that, I'm kind of grateful for Audacity and Lightworks because that helped me get a handle on it. No, this is not a paid sponsorship. It's a free program, for God's sake. It's just me bragging on how much I'm learning, growing, changing. After all, that's a big part of this whole YouTube journey. And the most important part of this YouTube journey, of course, is you. Without your viewership, this is kind of pointless. Learning new skills and all is wonderful, but giving something back with it is so much more satisfying. So please be part of the journey. I need your feedback. What can I do better? What keeps your interest? What loses your interest? What would you like to see? Let me know. I want to be around for the long term, and I'll need your help to do that. And so we're kind of back where we started this video. We've finished Plague Evolved. So what's next? Well, I've got a few things that I've been considering. Bring this little 2-bit graphic over. Obviously, we're going to continue with Hardspace Shipbreaker. We've, where are we? Episode 11, I think. And we still got a long way to go on that one. There's not really an end game there, but it's just fun. Beyond that, I thought a return trip to this war of mine would be fun, doing some of the stories episodes. I'm also thinking about doing a playthrough of Stranded Deep. There are a lot of islands to explore. And every time you start a game, or at least every time I start a game, I randomize the setup. So it's always a new arrangement of islands and wrecks, and you know, it makes it, you need to explore all of that to find your way out of the game, and that just kind of makes it a little, kind of endlessly repetitive, if you will. But we'll see. It's fun. I found a bug recently that I'm not real happy with, but the game is still fun, enjoyable, challenging. So we'll get into some of that. And I've also had requests to do some Fallout 4 gameplay. I don't really know I don't know about that, because there is just so much out there in the Fallout franchise. I'm not sure I would be adding anything worthwhile. And then for reasons I'll explain shortly, I'm also considering a return to Command and Conquer. There's other game candidates out there too. The link to my Steam library is, yeah, there I am, is below in the description. Check it out. Most of them I've never played or installed. They came with bundles that I picked up here and there. But give me your thoughts. And if you have any ideas of your own, stuff not in the library, pass that on too. I'm willing to consider anything. And finally, as part of this video, as usual, got to give a health update because it may affect the broadcast schedule. I've still got troubles in the fingers, hand, and arm. You'll notice I'm wearing a brace. The doctors currently think it's either bound up radial nerve back here by the elbow, where the radial comes off of the nerve bundle. I think it's still called the brachial plexus at that point. Ow. Or possibly carpal tunnel, because that can cause problems up the arm, even into the shoulder. So I had this wonderful brace for a couple weeks. I've already had it for a week and a half, something like that. If that doesn't help, and it hasn't so far, then probably surgery. So whatever games I pick, there may be some interruptions. Now, of course, I'm still trying to stay a couple weeks ahead of whatever airs, so that'll help. And also, fortunately, it's only the left arm and hand and fingers. But yeah, there may be interruptions from doing videos. I don't know. It's also one of the reasons I'm considering this War of Mine and Command and Conquer for another series. But long story short, need more games. Mouse-only games in particular. I post 2 game videos a week. Not sure how I'm going to do Leprechaun story videos if surgery happens, but we'll cross that bridge when or if we get to it. Anyway, if you have any mouse-only games to suggest, I would love to hear about it. I may really need them. We'll just have to see. And that pretty much covers everything this week. I want to thank you for your time. You chose to spend your time here with us at the Chartreuse Leprechaun. Your time is valuable, and we appreciate you spending it with us. And as I said a little bit ago, this journey is for you. So whether you like what you see or don't like what you see, we want to hear from you. Let us know. What do we do right? What do we do wrong? What can we do to make it better? And tell us why you did or didn't like whatever it is. That's equally important. And please subscribe and set yourself up for notifications and such, so you can follow the growth and the changes and the hopefully improvements that we make here at the Chartreuse Leprechaun. And share the channel with anybody you think that might be interested. We'd love to have them along for the journey as well. And with that, we're going to call that a video. I want to, again, thank you for your time. You have yourself a great day, a great week, and we will see you here next time on the Chartreuse Leprechaun. Bye-bye. Did I go the wrong way? I did. Oh, that's fun. I just went 900 meters in the wrong direction. That was where we wanted to go. Well, fantastic.